everyone, Joe here from ActionX. Welcome to What's on the Tube. Welcome back to one of our the Rookie episode review series. Today, we are here. We are about to begin Season 6. It's been so long. It is February. We ended in May. That was like 9 months ago. I could have gotten someone pregnant. I would have had my kid by now, and the show would have been back. That's how long it's been. But I missed y'all. It's been a very long time. A lot has happened since May. I'm gonna be completely honest. A lot has happened. So much has happened since May. This is, I think, the longest break between seasons. This is the longest break. Even the pandemic break was like not even that long. We came back in January. This is coming back in mid-February. So, again, missed you all so damn much. I really did. I really did. Some things to talk about before we get into it, to the season premiere. I won't take too much of your time. Obviously, sadly, we lost the rookie feds in between the break. That was announced way after we wrapped up the coverage, because of the strikes happening. If you're unaware, there was a whole big Hollywood strike, writer's strike, actor strike. That's why the seasons were delayed. And now because of the strikes, the shows, some shows that were like kind of on the borderline of like passable, but like just borderline, just were not, like the borderline changed. So like Rookie Feds sadly got canceled. Very unfortunate for that. You know, I loved having a Rookie Universe to review last year, but however, I'm still very happy we still have a Rookie show to review this year. I'm very happy about that. You know, despite, again, we're only getting a few episodes, not a lot this year. I'll take what I can get. Hopefully, we'll get that Season 7 renewal pretty quickly and get right back to normal in the fall, which I don't even want to think about. Like, the term fall of 2024 sounds very scary to me. I'll just be completely flat out honest with that. But you know, yeah, I'm just very happy to be back. I'm just very happy. Another thing is that thank you so much for all your continued support. Some of our season 5 episode reviews have crossed so many fresh shows in the review enchilada of our channel. Some have done extremely well in the aftermarket. I'm very happy to report that. Thank you so much. The Rookie fan base is one of the best fan bases in the world that I'm so grateful to be a part of. So grateful to be commenting each and every week as a brand new season comes out. If you're unaware, last week we reviewed the entirety of Season 2 in a spoiler-filled capacity. So you can go check that out. If you were in the middle of your rewatch, hopefully we'll do the other seasons some other day, depending how the schedule works. But yeah, with all that being said, I think I wasted enough time to get into it. We're back, Season 6. What do I think of the Season 6 premiere? And I will say this. I miss this world so damn much. I really do. I will say it does an interesting job of rectifying, but also not rectifying the usual like show curse that I've read this, where like they leave us off on a big cliffhanger the previous season and then they kind of resolve it in the next season's premiere. I really don't like that. Normally I like it to be like it's going to be something that's going to be much more lengthy as it would be. That's kind of how I would have pitched it. I heard a lot of people on the scuttlebutt when we were wrapping Season 5 that who the hell was this guy and this crew at the end of Season 5? Was it from anyone from the Rookie? I literally checked. It wasn't anyone I remember. And yeah, this episode correct. Yeah, they're just a bunch of nobodies. They're like, you know, they're new to the Rookie universe. And again, it was a very risky move, this entire thing, their operation. And I will say that it does something that I haven't seen in a TV show, maybe because I haven't watched TV shows in like a better part of a year. Like, yeah, we reviewed stuff between then and there. But like, you know, just like, where like you finish one thing and then you kind of like set up this like still a whole new mystery. Again, with the space that Rosalind and Elijah left the last couple of seasons, that there's a hole for a new big bad in the Rookie universe. I don't know who this guy is. I won't spoil that much right now. When I get to the spoiler section, I'll talk all about it. But for me, I'm like, they have the potential to do something pretty cool here. There is potential. Again, will this be a one-season thing, a multi-season thing? Who really knows? But I'm excited. I'm very excited to see where things might go as we progress through this period of the show. I'm very excited about it. But besides that, I thought like the whole like the crime of the week, whatever you want to call, whatever I'm going to classify it as going forward, I thought it was okay. definitely some suspenseful moments. I don't think it really like clicked together. Obviously, this is going to be part of a larger piece down the road, which is interesting to say the least about it. But it was mostly the characters. I miss these characters so damn much. I'm assuming the actors and actresses loved sliding right back into these roles. It's again been so long since we last seen them that, just to kind of, first half was kind of getting right back into it. We noticed it's been some time. We missed y'all too. Let's get back into these characters. And then the second half kind of was like teeing up some stuff that was like that's going to be addressed in the next few episodes, which again, I really, really dig. I can't wait to see what the rest of the season has in store. I think for me personally, this was a very well done season finale. I was gonna say season finale. No, we started the season. We're not done yet. It's gonna go by fast. It's gonna be. But yeah, I enjoyed it a lot. I really, really did. I don't think it's the best they've ever done. I don't think so at all. But again, when you have like so many great seasons, previously, at least it's good. It's very, very, very good, and I'm very excited to see where things can go. So with that being said, let's go through the Butcher recap and talk about this premiere for season 6 of The Rookie. It's been so long since I said that. I've been weird on my filming schedule since a lot of our shows have been like in and out. So like I take breaks, but I film stuff ahead of time because I have other responsibilities now to do. So yeah, it's been very, very weird in my life lately. So we begin sort of where we left off last year, where who's this crew? What's going on? It's Nolan. He's in a fog. He's just seeing a Burning Man. I'm like, are we in Borderlands? Are we in Grand Theft Auto here? What's going on here? What the hell's going on here? And then we flash back 96 minutes. Interesting number, 96 minutes, but still. Cutting right back into where things were before. We see the crew. They're mobilizing. They arrive outside of the Federal Reserve in LA. They're literally like synchro. Like they know what they're doing. They rehearsed it so many times. They're like, okay, you're gonna go here, you're gonna go there, and that's it. Period. Like we're gonna follow the plan to a T. The police are all the way on the other side of town. We should be fine. We should be good to go. So don't worry. Let's up and roll out on this one. So they head in. It's literally a coordinated stop. The B team is going through the back way. They got an inside man. They go through like the changing of the guard. They kill all of them, including the inside man themselves. The people up front realize, okay, yeah, the backup's gone. Let's kill these guys as well. Yeah, they got the whole Federal Reserve to themselves, which I'm like, again, there definitely should be some sort of like mid-period break where like you have other guards out there. I mean, I really don't know why people like do like whole 8-hour shift, break, next 8 hour. I mean, you can mix and match a little bit. There's a reason why retail kind of has its groove over here. Yeah, I'm just saying from personal experience. I'll just say that much. We cut over back to the other side of town. Everyone's kind of regrouping, cleaning up the scene. Everyone's just kind of collectively trying to process what the hell just happened. And they're just trying to figure out, okay, well, we suppose we got the big bad, but is it? Because like this guy's got he's kind of like a nobody. Like he's got what, $12 to his name. Like he coordinated this entire assault against the LAPD. Some of the personnel's personal family members. This like hiring this like very volatile crew. Like this doesn't fit his MO. This is too brash. It's too jumpy. It's like it doesn't fit. And they're trying to figure out, well, like, we got most, if not almost all of the LAPD right here in this very unique spot. The only other thing is that they're trying to, leeway to something else that's about to happen. They're like, okay, well, let's go around. Let's go back into the city. Let's see if we can find anything that's going on. They're just kind of trying to figure out what's going on. The only, like, minor thing they got was that because for the Federal Reserve, they have to call into the LAPD every time on the dot just to verify, hey, by the way, we're changing staff. We're good to go, and because it's a Federal Reserve, like you got to like arm that up to the teeth. Otherwise, anyone could just rob from them. So Nolan goes off to check and make sure that everything's all right. Which, of course, obviously they're not. He arrives. He heads in. He sees the blood from all the murders they committed. He's like, oh crap, this is it. This is what they were trying to target. Here it is. Then apparently they left behind one guy. That's like I guess. I forgot the name of the weapon. It's like one of those one of the circular rounds. It can shoot up a lot of rounds in a lot of seconds. So they start firing each other. They start fighting, and I will be a little noticeable here. This is not a criticism, just a noticeable thing. Where before the season started, our very own Nathan Fillion did an interview and expressed that, hey, just letting y'all know, I'm getting old. He's approaching. I think he's past 50, or he's well getting into his 50s. He's not as young as he used to be anymore. There's only so much he can do nowadays, which is respectful. So going forward, when it comes to very physical scenes, he is now employing a stunt double, which I'm like, you know what? That's fair. We've seen that plenty of times in Hollywood. It's not the end of the world type of thing. You know, people don't want to do their stunts. Okay, you have to do it. Homelander's actor said, no, I want to go up. I want to go all the way up. And he's like, oh shit, I made a mistake. I made a big fucking mistake. Again, that's your choice. That's your own volition. So I respect Nathan Fillion's decision to like, hey, I can't do stunts as much as anymore. I need like a stunt double, which I'm like, again, fair point. It's just that it was clearly obvious that like half of his scenes in this scene were like, yeah, this is Fillion. It's like they didn't do a good job with the hair. Like it wasn't like the body, it was the hair. And I'm like, it was clearly noticeable. There's John Nolan. There's a stunt double. There's John Nolan. There's a stunt double. Okay, I'm not gonna criticize. It's literally not. It's just a very funny observation that like, you know, we're gonna play the game. We're Fillion or double. Who the hell knows? Who really knows? Which is ironic considering the fact he's gonna play a Green Lantern next year. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, they call for backup, and the leader, the guy we saw in the last season, he's like, okay, well. Shit, the cops are already here. We need to buy some time. Okay, so we're going to switch over to plan B. We're going to sacrifice the lamb, which is basically killing off the B team. Well, not all the B team, just like most of the B team. And then they kill off the guy that was shooting at Nolan. And by the time the other officers come in, there's like a couple scary moments where like, you know, they're targeting Nolan. Bradford was also in consideration. And then, yeah, so they shoot the guy instead. They kill their own guy, and the four of them escape. With Nolan, Gray, and Juarez. Just not Juarez. She's not there yet. She's back at the hospital. Oh yeah, she also chimes in to the others that like, yeah, like Aaron's going back to surgery. Apparently they missed a bullet fragment, so they got to go back and save them. Angela and Wesley are also checking out the hospital at the same time. So again, they just don't like being sidelined, but at the same time, like there's just not much they can do. Like, you know, that's just the scenario they're playing it over there. And also, freaking Lopez already getting back into it. Like, yeah, no, I'm going home. This place too noisy. I can't deal with this right now. So yeah, so the four escape. Sadly, they couldn't catch them, and then we have a flash forward to 6 weeks later. Which I'm like, oh, please don't tell me we're gonna like, you know, forget about this till the like middle of the season. But no, we'll get there eventually. We play a little catch up. We're back on the scene. Juarez is back on duty. I believe this is Juarez's first day back, or one of her first days back. I'm not 100% certain. And this day is actually a little sentimental since Nolan will be officially going on vacation for his wedding. So this is his last day on duty for a little bit. We won't see Nolan in duty for like a few episodes, which I'm like, you know what? He deserves it. He's done so much to the LAPD in the last few years. He well deserves this vacation. Juarez's training will be continuing under the supervision of Harper, which I'm like, that will be fun to see Harper back in uniform, back as a TO. That'll be fun to see. And, you know, Juarez is kind of being like, you know, just trying to keep herself composed, trying to be like, yeah, you know what, you know, you've done so much to train me already that, you know, whatever Harper decides to do, I'll be ready to go. I'll be ready to do anything she does. And like, it's just the playful bit. I miss these characters so much. I miss these relationships. I missed all of them so much. And the fact Nolan's just like, you know, it wasn't that long because, again, I rewatched season 2 recently. So still seeing Nolan in kind of like the boot position is still kind of weird to now like jump ahead to back to season 6 where like, no, he's a TO now, which I'm like, Jesus Christ, 2019, 2020 was 4 freaking years ago. Damn, I'm getting old. I am approaching 27 this year. I am going to be 27. This show started when I was 21, 22. I was barely legal by the time this show started, and I'm closer to my 30s now. That's how long things have been, everyone. That's how long things have been. I'm getting old. I'm getting old over here. Yeah, so their little like awkward conversation gets interrupted when they answer a call. A lady's responding because of the fact that her husband never showed up last night. She's going to report him missing and everything. He just conveniently happens to show up right away, just super drunk off his head, like super drunk off. And I'm just like, yeah, you're going in, aren't you? You're definitely going in. So they print him up. Juarez is asking for a little like, you got any advice about Harper? Like anything I should know about? And Nolan's like, nope, you need to learn on your own accord. Like, you know, it would be hurting your training experience if you don't know what the heck Harper's capable of. And Harper immediately just shows up right there and there, like she's been summoned. Like she's like, I'm here. I've heard my name. I'm here. What's going on? And he's like, nothing. She's just asking for cheat codes, and she's like, nah, they ain't no cheat codes with me. Like I'm an enigma. You must solve me by experience, not by cheating ahead. Harper also gives Nolan heads up. Hey, look, it's your last shift. You should be in the office. You should be on the desk, and just relax. There's a rule that your last shift before vacation can go extremely wrong, which I'm like, that is true to an extent. I won't tell you all of my experiences. I will say one. My last shift, which was also my last day in my previous job, I left before I went on a weekend trip, and it was my last day. It was a goodbye tour to an extent, but at the same time, it was also like it was just so. It was sad. It was sad to say goodbye and everything, but it was an eventful day. So, but that's okay. Fine. That's not the best example. I apologize. And again, obviously, rewatching Harper's first season back in season 2, where like Harper was a superstition motherfucker, and I'm just like, oh my god, I remember that because I just watched it. So I'm like, that's hilarious. Again, like whenever I do these rewatches, there's always some sort of callback in the premiere. There's always. I'm actually scared now for season 3 to season 7. I'm scared now. We'll come back to that when we cross that bridge. We'll come back to that. Yeah. So we cut back over to the garage lot. Aaron's back to work. It's his first day as well. Same with Lopez. They're just both conveniently back on the same first day. So Aaron is alive, everyone. Aaron is alive, which is one of the biggest, worst kept secrets in the history of the show. Which I'm being honest. I'm just saying. It's like, yeah, they didn't even try. They didn't even try. And I'm like, I think they know, like, yeah, it was either we kill him off or we keep him alive. And it's like, yeah, you didn't have much of a choice. You didn't have much of a choice. So they're getting reacquainted with each other. Aaron's asking about any updates about the lead, about the crew. And Lopez is like, nope, I just came back to you. So I'm like, I'm in the dark as you, but like, how are you doing? You just survived the gunshot wound. No one would have criticized you if you would have actually, just went back to like, resting for a while longer. Aaron's like, nope, I just need to focus on the grind again. I need to like be useful again. I need to be back on there. And Lopez is kind of like, be on bed rest, being a mom full time just ain't for me. I gotta make things. I gotta use my brain for something else. You know what I'm saying? So they assemble like a staff meeting. Everyone that's still in the station assembles and like kind of just like gives an update now that Lopez is back on where things are standing with the robbery crew. Sadly, after 6 weeks, they didn't really get much information. The people that died in the scene don't have records. They don't have DNA match. They got nothing. The system's literally a blank. So they got nothing to go on for this one. As for what they entirely did steal, which is the digital currency that they did steal, still nothing about that. It's been very slow. Sadly, nothing to like raise any alarms in the larger system. They managed to take out at least $100 million worth of cryptocurrency, I'm assuming, or digital currency. So they're in the win. They're just kind of hoping that something pops up because they're very like they literally came in and they came out like ghosts. They really don't know what to do right now, but just hope that, one of them makes a mistake at some point, or another. After the meeting, Bradford goes back to his office. Chen has been using it as like a little study room, as we stated before in the season 5 finale, that yes, she is studying for her detective's exam. She wants to get promoted. She wants to get moved up. And I just realized she's like the only veteran character now, which is kind of weird to say since we passed the 5-season mark, where she does not have any commendations on the side of her arm, which is like, damn. Like 5 seasons, again, they gave her the undercover storyline, but they never really progressed much on that front. But they did, but like it wasn't like a consistent thing to go around, like as many predictions I made about the subject. Chen also realizes that she one of the instructors, one of the people administering the exam, kind of got a thing against her, which I'm like, I forgot about that. Was there a thing like that? I don't remember. I saw in the preview clips. I'm like, was there someone against Chen? Again, season 5, so long ago. So much has happened in the last 9 months. I forget some things. I apologize. And Bradford's like, you know what? you got to just do you, hopefully it won't be that bias of a test. As long as you know what your stuff is, you should be able to conquer whatever he's got going from you. And she's like, nah, I need like more specific training. I think if I get on the field, and you should teach me. You should teach me. Like, you took the detective exam once. You know how this goes. And it's, again, kind of weird to see Bradford, again, having just rewatched season 2, going to the straight season 6 lineup where they're dating now. Yeah, okay. Oh, by the way, but yeah, congratulations, Jennifer fan. You did it. Second season in. But yeah, it's kind of weird in a way where like Bradford can't really be Bradford enough anymore because like most of his scenes are with Chen, and I'm like, I understand that. And they were flirting the line a little bit. It's like, should we go back to that relationship, like the Boutio mentality, just for this little period for studying? And even Bradford's like, he's got that smirk, and it's like he kind of wants to do it, but at the same time, he's like, she's my girlfriend now. We are like, a thing. So I'm like, I don't know. I think he's going to be crossing a line if she does. So like, you know what? Play for banter. They're like, nah, let's just do it. Let's just go for it. So I forgot to mention back in the scene where Nolan and Juarez are processing that crook. Bailey calls in Nolan, letting her know because apparently they're having a home wedding, which I'm like, I've never actually seen their backyard before. So I'm like, can it even fit that many people? I mean, yeah, it's a TV show cast, but I'm like, there's still other extras they could fill in with. So that's interesting to say the least. Apparently someone came by to do a little test for the electricity. Sadly, she broke a fuse and Bailey doesn't know how to change a breaker. So Nolan decides to head out there first thing to kind of, rectify that. I keep forgetting how much of a pseudo daughter Selena is to Bailey and Nolan. And to an extent, it's like kind of weird. In a weird way, if that makes sense. I think I commented on that last year. They're about to head out there and then, get back to work. Then they get a new neighbor who shows up, like, bring a sparkling wine. I fucked that line up, but he brings over wine as an offering because he bought the house next door, but he's gonna demo it. It's gonna be a full, fresh new house, and they're starting demolition work this weekend. And Nolan's like, no, you cannot do that. We are having a wedding here this weekend. And he's like, oh, well, yeah, I'm not going to change my demo date. I'm sorry. You will have a very interesting story for your wedding. But I do not care about you, which I'm like, I learned that lesson the hard way last year about that personally speaking about like, people don't really care about you if it doesn't really affect them that much. So Nolan not knowing like, yeah, that's something I can do right now. I'm going to get the heck out of here. I want to say after that point, we cut back over to, I forgot what scene was in between here. It's like there were so many scenes happening at once. Aaron gets the glory walk. He walks right back in. Everyone's congratulating him that he's back to it. Greg gives him a little bit of accommodation, like, welcome back, but also kind of like, letting him know, like, hey, look, I helped you out a lot while you were on leave, but now you're back from leave, so now I gotta, like, treat you like a regular officer like everyone else. And Aaron's like, yep, I'm just ready to get back out there, ready to get back to work. And he's like, hold on a second. I'm just letting you know ahead of time. You are going to be strictly office work until you are cleared by the psychiatrist, which is the official police one. So keep that in mind that you will have to do this until she clears you for active duty again. So you kind of have to be benched for a while. And Aaron's like, okay, I guess I got no choice. Lopez and Harper reunite for the first time in a while. They get reacquainted. Then I want to say someone barges in, and so I forgot who specifically. They're like, hey, they got a hit that there is a if it was either Harper or Lopez, either one of those two, let the other know. They're like, hey, like, you put out an APB for like, a pair of fingerprints, which we found a match for. He just got into a hit and run, so now he's being transferred to the hospital, which I'm like, great. This is the lead that they kind of need right now. This is the lead. So everyone except Aaron heads out over there to go get him. While he's at the hospital, they call one of the hospital guards and they let him know, hey, look, you got a very dangerous man in your wing. You need to secure him. And what is the first thing he do? He literally looks at the guy, pulls out his gun. I'm like, this ain't going to end well. This is not going to end well whatsoever. So they arrive alongside Nolan and Juarez. Apparently the guy cornered into one of the rooms with one of the nurses who's also been shot by the gunshot. So Yeah, it's kind of a dire situation right now. It's kind of limited on time. They need to keep this guy alive. This guy is the only lead they have to the rest of the crew. So they need to keep him alive somehow. But at the same time, they got to save the nurse as well. So Nolan does what Nolan does best. He distracts with his voice, which I'm like, yeah, that's Nolan for you. That very much is Nolan for you. Sadly, Nolan's words of optimism doesn't really work out so well, as the guy knows, like, yep, you guys aren't going to protect me. I ain't no snitch. Like, even if I do snitch, y'all ain't protecting me. I know that for a fact. So, yeah, this nurse going to die. That's going to be, like, the true hard and fact over here. So, yeah, so after that, yeah, so sadly, he's about to, to slit her throat. Harper takes the shot. Sadly, it's a kill shot, so he dies. Thankfully, the nurse is saved. She's going to be all right. But with the guy dead, they're kind of like, shit, that's kind of our only lead. And then they look around and it's like, wait, hold on a minute. You bought a new Ferrari, right? We should check the registry. He's got a house. They go to the house. They explored. Throughout this entire, like, past 5 minutes, Juarez has been mentioning the fact, like, should we be out here? Like, you got a curse on you, maybe. Like, oh, the superstition, like, maybe we should, like, stay in the office. You should just do some paperwork. And Nolan's just, like, hits his breaking point. It's like, no. You mention that one more time. You're doing cavity searches for the next few years of your career. And she's like, got it. Meanwhile, Chen and Bradford are heading off to their first scene together as a trainee, back as a trainee. I don't know what the hell that is to classify them right now. They're trying to be professional, but it's not really the case right now. Yeah, they arrive. Bradford gives Chen point of authority on the scene so that, she can, like, just assess, like, dominate her leadership skill if she was a detective. She's making some pretty, nice observations, nice flow of the room here. And Bradford's like, yeah, good. Yeah, but, like, maybe, is that it? Is that all you need to do? And Chen, like, again, it's a double thing you said when someone does it to test you. It's like, is there something we're missing? Or no, it's just a game. It's like, oh no, am I missing something? Apparently, no, like, Trent forgot to check the sprinklers. And sadly, when the sprinklers get activated, also, it's a clown. They killed a clown, which I'm like, I haven't seen that actually that much in TV, so I'm like, kudos for the rookie for actually, like, going that far to kill a clown off. Sadly, when the sprinklers go off, it does wash away some of the blood, and it sadly does wash away the bullet that killed them. And the bullet goes through the storm grate, and yeah, Chen could not catch it. So Chen definitely fucked up there. That definitely was an L on her front. While they're searching up the house, they managed to find a secret stash of cash, a gun, and a burner phone, which has had several very on-time calls for weeks now. Exactly at 4 o'clock, there would be a call. Which I'm like, okay, so we got a couple hours to get this crew. Otherwise, they're in the win again. They're definitely in the win for probably forever. From there onwards, I want to say we go back to the station. Sadly, because Harper did kill someone, she's gonna go for the traditional IA process, get assessed to make sure she was mentally stable during the shooting, so that they can't deem like this was like a murder. This was just like what she had to do to preserve life and to preserve the scene. So she's kind of like shackled off, or she has to like stay inside the office, inside the station until they can clear her. Otherwise, Lopez is giving her a little words of encouragement. Wesley shows up with the baby, and they're so damn cute. I got baby feeder, guys. I kid you not, I will probably be having kids in the next 5 years, and that's just something that getting older. I'm 26. So yeah, so I got baby feet. I got baby feet, and they're very adorable kids. They very much are. Aaron also pops in. He's kind of just getting bored of just doing this office work. He doesn't really have much to do, to be honest with you. It's like kind of like the Smithy job. Also, I forgot to say, Smithy was in the last scene at the house. I forgot to say. I apologize. I completely forgot about Smithy. There was just so much going on this week. Chen and Bradford comes in. Apparently Bradford called it ahead about Chen's little miss up with the clown, and everyone's just playing clown music, which I'm like, guys, you're all adults here. This is not the sort of thing you want to do right now. This isn't the sort of thing. But through that point onwards, they're trying to just figure out what the hell to do next. Aaron chimes in, just like, I forgot what he exactly said right now about the scene. Oh yeah, no, he's just commenting about the clown thing. Nothing really of substance in that scene whatsoever. Then Chen goes over to talk to Wesley. Wesley confirms like, yeah, since he kind of lost the bullet, the only real thing to get this case done and shut is to get a confession from the killer, if you even find the killer. And Chen's like, great. I literally have a needle in a haystack right now on my first temporary case, kind of speaking. So yeah, so they return. So everyone returns back to the station now that they have the burner phones. You know, at least the recipient's number on hand. Now they can actually start tracking it and start figuring out what's going on. They're in the air. Sadly, they are in a plane. That is the only thing they can confirm right now. So it doesn't really do much for them. The only thing they can do is like once the person does call in, they can match with the GPS and figure out what the hell they're going. So that's the only thing they can really do by that point onwards. And they don't really got much time to wait. They only got 4 minutes before the call is going to come in, and if they don't get that connection right then and there, then that's it. They lose them forever. So they're just trying to figure out what's going on. How do we do this? And Nolan, in his bright moment of success, remembers, hey, wait a minute, we got the Ferrari in the garage. Which I'm like, why do you have the Ferrari in the garage? The guy's dead. I ain't piece of evidence. I'm pretty sure one of y'all is going to take that at the end of shift. But yeah, so no, so they're like, okay, what if we, because I'm pretty sure they probably know about the car, what if we try to talk to them while the car is moving? Maybe that could buy them some time. So it does work to a fair extent, not to a lot. They managed to get enough facial ID from the 3 assailants then and there about what the heck's going on over there. Apparently they were talking about business for the next plan, and Nolan's like, oh crap, I know nothing about this. So I'm like, I have to hang up. I'm going, bad connection. Sorry. Thank you. Goodbye. And that's it. And sadly the guy on the other end's like, okay, I think something's up here. Maybe nothing's wrong, but at the same time, you know what? We have his number. I'll call him from the next number. And he destroys the phone, which thankfully was managed to get enough time to get the ID on the plane, and it apparently is going to another town outside of California. It's not outside of California, outside of LA. So now's their opportunity to go in and strike. Aaron, again, benched as well because, just everything. Which is ironically funny that Gray tried to bench Nolan considering if it's your last shift. Something could go wrong here. Maybe it's best if you, take a seat, just stay back. Let us finish the case. And Nolan's like, nope, they broke into my house. They tried to kill me and my fiance. And on top of that, they try to kill my friend. So I'm like, no, that ain't going to happen. Well, I'm finishing this thing through a T. And Gray's like, okay, we'll do your way. So they head out over to the airfield, instantly get them. Nolan's bad luck streak sadly continues as his belt is sadly stuck in there, which I'm like, damn, Nolan just ain't having a good day. He ain't having a good day whatsoever. However, one of the crew members, they try to attack the LAPD, but they missed their shot. They managed to get quickly apprehended, but they shot, I guess, an air pressurized tank, which caused the car to get itself activated, and it almost killed Nolan. And Nolan's like, shit, I guess the curse was real after all. I just didn't know. I didn't know this whatsoever. But yeah, that's it. They get the guys, and that's almost stayed and done. Back over to Chen and Bradford. Chen is kind of just staying by the crime scene, just trying to think what can she do next? What is the next thing she can do? And Bradford's just like, yeah, it can happen. It's just not something. And they get into an argument. I completely forgot what the argument was about. And it's like, yeah, this is the first argument between this couple, and I'm just like, damn. I'm like, already? I mean, relationships aren't perfect. They aren't perfect whatsoever. There's going to be bumpy roads, but that makes your foundation even more better as a result. So yeah, no, but they're having a little bit of snafu, and then Chen notices a woman driving up to the crime scene, kind of taking a moment and then driving away. So Chen, using her instincts, decides to follow her through. They follow her to a couple streets over. She parks her car. She goes into some random house's garbage. She's snooping around for it. Chen stops her. They look into the garbage bin themselves. It turns out there is a gun there, as well as her bracelet. And she does confess, yes, he was my lover. He was going to tell my husband about us, and I had to kill him. I had to preserve my marriage, which I'm like, well, congratulations. Now you're going to prison. Have fun with that. So we return back to the station. Lopez and Gray are kind of beginning to grill this guy. And this guy's just the most chillest mother effer I've ever seen in my life. He's just like, can I get a Diet Coke? Or whatever the rookie version is of a Diet Coke in this universe. And they're just like, apparently, yeah, he already called his lawyer, and so they're waiting for the lawyer. And the lawyer happens to nothing to be our old friend Monica, which I'm like, why are you bothering us? Why are you always here? Why can you not leave us alone? Just for 1 second. You know, this is an open shut case. We got the proof. We got the eyewitness. We got the evidence. Like, there literally is nothing. This is an open shut case. And Monica's like, I'm going to speak to my client. You need to leave. And she's going to do what she does best, which is helping criminals for a very, very high pay grade. And also, my throat is tired. I apologize. Oh, much better. So, yeah, shifts over. Everyone's going home. Nolan runs into Harper. Harper's kind of going through the motions of, like, you know, this killing, and it doesn't seem like she's 100% there. Like, she's kind of going for some stuff, so hopefully she'll get that rectified eventually. Speaking, you know, Nolan just offering, you know, his always helpful ear on the matter. He runs into Bailey in the lobby, where they're like, yeah, what are we gonna do? Like, you know, I'm not going to have this wedding next to a construction site, so we might have to postpone the wedding. And Nolan's like, no, this can't be happening now. And Aaron just offers, hey, I heard you guys need a wedding venue. My family has a spiritual oasis site that you can use for your wedding this weekend. And I'm just like, why are you working, Aaron? You are rich. Just take out a bunch of money and just be fun. Yeah, never mind. They accept, thankfully. They thank Aaron so much that, like, yeah, their wedding is saved. Which works out pretty well for them. Am I forgetting anything else? I don't believe so. Yeah, so we head outside. Chen and Bradford are a bit tense right now. They're not entirely, you know, back on stable footing here. Bradford immediately knows, hey, what's going on? Like, you know, you've been acting off since before the arrest. And Chen's like, yeah, but I have a feeling that you've been undermining me this entire day because I think you can't handle me being a detective, which could lead to other opportunities that can maybe lead me to potentially being another Isabella. And Bradford's like, that's not what it is. So, yeah, it just seems like they're just not, it's an impasse. Like, Chen believes her thing and Bradford believes his thing. So, like, there's nothing they can really do tonight. So Bradford's like, you know what? I'm going to go home. I'm going to rest. You have studying to do, so I think we should just call it a night. And again, like, that could have went another way, but they didn't. So, thankfully, there's still a couple for now. Again, we'll see how all this goes. Aaron goes to visit his psychiatrist, which is a very, I will say, attractive person. That immediately, like, the music choices, the way that they're speaking, I'm like, yeah, Aaron's got a new love interest. I'm like, yeah, there we go. There's Aaron's next plot line. They've heard my critiques from last season. They heard my critiques, so this will be interesting. Then Monica gets on the phone with, I presume, the person who's paying her to defend this guy, and she's like, yeah, like, they have pretty much an airtight case against him. It's basically over. Like, he's gonna take the plea deal, so there's not much I can do. And whoever this mysterious caller is like, okay, what would you recommend I do? What would you recommend? And Monica's like, do what you think makes you happy. As well as send me $100,000. And the thing that makes that guy happy is shooting the guy in the middle of his prison transport. Which I'm like, what are we dealing with here? What are we doing? Who is this person? Who is this mysterious benefactor? What kind of, like, freaking special forces grade people does he have on his payroll? Like, it's concerning a little bit. It really much is concerning. But all those answers and more, hopefully, in later episodes. But for now, this has been this week's episode of The Rookie. Which, again, I really, really enjoyed. I really, really did. I don't think it's the strongest premiere that we've seen. It's definitely up there, just not one of the strongest. It was mainly the characters, again, like, you know, getting back into this world, us getting back into all these relationships, all these dynamics, introducing us to new things. Obviously, Nolan and Bailey's upcoming wedding. Harper, with now this new thing that's inside of her head. Bradford and Chen kind of now finally hitting rocky waters. The honeymoon phase is kind of over, finally, to an extent. Aaron getting a new love interest. I'm very excited for all this and more. I'm very excited. And, you know, definitely, The Rookies is one of those rare shows where, like, we are invested every season. Not a single season is wasted whatsoever, and I can't wait to see what is the next thing they develop out of it. The villain front, you know, from the main extent was all right. It was serviceable. I feel like they could have played more on that trope a little bit longer, but, it is what it is on that point. And the mysterious benefactor, this mysterious person from behind the phones, your guess is as good as mine. Could be a new character, could be an old character. Who really knows? I really don't know, to be honest with you. I'm just excited. Maybe we're going to get a whole new character on the Rookie. That's all I'm excited for, to be honest with you. For me, I'm going to give this episode 2 thumbs up. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this week's episode of The Rookie. I would love to talk to you about that and more down below, as always. But I believe it's going to do it for me today. Everyone, so if you're unaware, there's been What's This Do from ActionX, reviewing every episode in the 6th season of The Rookie. If you want to know what we're doing during What's This Do besides our Rookie episode reviews, that's all we're doing right now. But next week is episode 100. 100. We have hit the 100th episode next week. I'm very excited. It's the first episode 100 I'm reviewing for the channel. It's so great that we made it. That we, 6 long years is almost over. Well, it is over, but that we've hit this mark. It's a very sentimental milestone. It's Nolan Bailey's wedding. I can't wait for all that to be said and done. I can't wait. But that's next week. But again, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Like, favorite, share if you want to. Ring that bell and follow us on social media. But until we see each other again, for all you members of the Rookie Nation out there, I'll see y'all next week for episode 100. But until then, stay safe out there. Be good to each other. And as always, peace out.